This morning I'm starting my walk up by the Heartland landfill, aka the city dump. I'm going to go over to Killarney Lake. I did it a year ago. Very interesting place. So we have to keep our eyes open for mountain bikers, because apparently we're going to be walking on a lot of the mountain bike trails, and I see a few people have already headed out. So keep the peepers open and let people know you're around when you're walking on these trails, especially if you're by yourself, because these mountain bikers can go through at a pretty good rip. So that's what we're going to do. Go to Killarney Lake, and I'll tell you a little about it on the way. All right, let's go. Durant's Lake is up here. Peace Lake's over here up in the Highlands. And we are down going to Killarney Lake down here. This is where we started from. And as I was saying, there's a lot of mountain bike stuff happening up here, so you have to be aware. Here's one of their little areas here they can go play around in too. Carry on. So if you're looking for Killarney Lake, when you leave the parking lot, you basically just follow the hydro lines for a while, and you walk down the road for the hydro people. And it's not too bad a walk. It's up and down. There's some few hills, but it's quite an easy place to walk. Just take your time if you don't get out a lot, but it's a good lake to go to if you wanted something different. If you like going up like the Durant's Lake, places like that, this gives you something a little different to go see. Just mind one thing: Killarney Lake is basically surrounded by private property, so mind the signs and stay on the trails. Okay, a little bit more about Killarney Lake after I get up over this hill. A little bit more on Killarney Lake now that I'm going downhill. The University of Victoria has been very interested in this lake because it has freshwater jellyfish in it. And, you know, it's not really that rare to have freshwater jellyfish. Most people expect to see them in the ocean. But there are many varieties of jellyfish that live in lakes. But the strange thing about these ones are, they're not really supposed to be there. I did read one article where someone at the university did DNA checking on the jellyfish, and they found out that they came originally from a little stream in China. So they're trying to figure out how they got here. I have no idea. But this time of year you're not going to see them, because apparently when it's water's cold, they go to the bottom, they attach themselves to structure in the bottom of the lake, like rocks and roots and tree trunks and stuff like that. You will see them in the summertime when the water warms up, and they get up to about the size of a thumbnail. So they're not very big. They won't hurt you, but they're just trying to figure out why they're there. It's a great lake for swimming in the summer. It warms up quite nicely. It's very popular for a lot of people to come up here and swim at the lake. And being out of the way a little bit more than like Durant's Lake, it doesn't get quite as busy. So that's good to know too. But if you just want to go for a walk and go someplace that's different, beautiful scenery in that, this one could be for you. Just remember one thing. We are in April now, And on the news this morning, they were saying that the bears have got up now. They're coming out of hibernation. So just keep that in the back of your mind, because you are in bear territory, cougar territory, and something you don't want to just forget about, because chances you come across a black bear out here are pretty slim, but it happens. So if you're traveling in groups, it's not so bad, because you're usually making a bunch of noise. But I have heard of a mountain biker running into a bear. I mean, like really running into a bear up here when he's been running around in these trails. So keep that in mind. Oh, I don't want to walk past where I've got to go down, but no, that's not it. That's another one of the bike trails called shock treatment. So we'll stay away from that. All right, we'll carry on. It's not that much farther. It's a good walk, but it's not, it's very doable. Let's go find the entrance to go down to Killarney Lake. This is it. You can get it from Meadowbrook Road also, which runs off of Prospect Lake Road. So you can get it that way and come in this way. I think it's a little shorter if you do it this way. But we've just come from here and we come down here. We've walked about 1 kilometer. And this is what the path looks like heading down to the lake. It really is just perfect walking conditions this morning. It's about 4 degrees out. So that's like 40 Fahrenheit. So it's quite pleasant if you're, walking up and down hills and that. You don't overheat by any means. But I did bring water with me and a snack and everything else, because you do go down through the wooded area here. And, you could be in here for a while. You never know. Something happens. I've got my first aid kit also. Remember to carry one of those with you, especially if you're by yourself. Fully charged cell phone. What else have I got with me? Don't have flares or anything like that, but not anticipating any real problems here. But it's just, so nice in the forest down here. Arbutus trees all over the place. Show you. It definitely is more of a hike than going into Drance Lake, where you can drive right up and just get right on the perfect path and walk right in. This one you have to work at it for a little bit, but that's okay. I like getting into these big trees and the moss. Walking through here, you really do feel like you're way, way out in the wilderness. It's just absolutely spectacular in here. It is a rainforest, but, it smells so nice in here this morning. I'm not really expecting to come across anybody. This is a Monday morning, 9 o'clock. So there could be some people out walking their dogs, but I haven't seen anybody yet since I've been on the trails. I've been walking for well over a kilometer now, so it's pretty quiet out here. Just keep that in the back of your head too if you're coming out to do a walk like this. It is a good idea to bring someone along with you, but you know, I enjoy the solitude of the forest and being out here by myself, as you all know. Got to drink this all in. When you are out on a walk, it's a good idea to have a destination in mind and to let somebody know where you're going to be or the general area you're going to be in, which I did do this morning. I told my wife Pam that I was heading in the bush out by the dump, so she knows where to start looking if I don't show up for lunch. Wow, these rocks over here are just fascinating. Looks like there's a cave up there too, so not going near that. So you figured the dog smelled a bear this morning?
Yeah, she barks at bears. It's not the only thing she does bark at.
Oh yeah.
Other than other dogs.
Oh yeah. Didn't bark at me.
Close approaches to the bear.
I ran into a couple out at Goldstream last year.
But the one around here seems to pretty well mind its own business.
Well, that's good.
Come through, but,
I've never seen one up here, but cougars are more exciting.
Yeah, and again, yeah, cougars, when you do see one, you worry.
Yeah. Oh, the lake looks beautiful. Nice and calm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that, but that gentleman and his wife I just ran into said that they did see, their dog did get a little excited because he sniffs out the bear. Apparently there's one up here quite often. They usually see the tail end of him. But he figured the dog did get a sniff of him this morning, so we'll just have to stay aware and maybe get closer to the guy with the dog. All right, I'm at the lake. Let's have a look. You do definitely get a better look at the lake from the other side where the beach is, where people go swimming. This is the rugged side of the lake, so we'll wander around to the other side. You do get glimpses here, but it's hard to get down to the water here. I know we come down to a lower point up here, I'd be able to scan out across the lake, so let's go have a look. See, this part of the trail is on private property, but if you stay on the trail, you're allowed to pass through because this takes you down, back down to the lake where the swimming beach is. Well, swimming area is not really a beach, but I'll show you when we get there. Let's respect the owner here. So that was just a little corner of this fellow's property, but now we are back in the regional park again. And this will take us down to the lake. Let's go have a look. I already found a shortcut out, so I'll show you that later. So we'll have to walk through those deep woods again. There's a little bit of a shortcut. A little hike, but it is a shortcut. So we'll go out that way. Okay, let's have a look at the lake down here. Beautiful trail along here. Very nice and wide open. Well, I'm walking around the lake going back, and I've got a sign here that's the Heartland Avenue. So when you come back, you can take this trail. And I remember I did it last year. That was a year ago. And it gets quite steep, so I'm just trying to make my mind if I want to go that way or not. But it is a lot shorter, so yeah, we'll give it a try. What could go wrong? It wasn't that bad. But now I'm on the bike trail, so just keep a ear open for bicycles ripping around. I'll let you know when I get back to the main trail. So you can go down shock treatment, and that's a shortcut to Killarney Lake. Just down, actually it's not very far in there is the lake. So if you want to not go down through the rainforest part, that would be the way to go. And we're really close to being back to the landfill, so that's good. So I guess that's another one we're going to walk away from. So Killarney Lake, put that on your places of places to go. It's well worth the little hike. I've only done like maybe 5,000 steps, and it took me about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's not too bad at all, considering I was filming too and stopping and doing different things. So it's not a bad walk. So get out there and try these parks. Stay safe, and maybe I'll see you on the trails. I hope so. I love company. Talk later. Bye for now. And thanks for watching.
Nice.